Good morning to our respected school administrators, beloved teachers, honored guests, proud parents and families, my dear classmates, and everyone who made this day possible. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. Today, we are gathered here not simply because we have completed another chapter of our education, but because we have survived the countless moments that brought us to this stage. When we first began this journey, I am sure many of us had different dreams, different fears, and different expectations. Some of us were confident about where we were going. Others were still trying to figure things out. And that was okay. Because graduation is not only about knowing exactly where you are going. Sometimes it is about being brave enough to take the next step even when you do not know what comes after it. Standing here today as your valedictorian is an honor that I will always treasure. But I want to begin by saying something important. This achievement is not mine alone. Behind every achievement is a story. Behind every medal is a sacrifice. Behind every successful student is a teacher who believed, a parent who supported, a friend who encouraged, and a person who chose to keep going even when things became difficult. So today, I stand before you with gratitude, not because I believe I am better than anyone else, but because I have been incredibly blessed to be surrounded by people who helped me become better than I was yesterday. To our teachers, thank you. Thank you for teaching us lessons that went far beyond the pages of our textbooks. You taught us that mistakes are part of learning. You taught us that deadlines matter. You taught us discipline, responsibility, patience, and perseverance. There were days when we probably wondered why you gave us so many activities, projects, examinations, presentations, and requirements. There were nights when we complained. There were moments when we thought, kaya pa ba ni? But now, looking back, we understand. You were not simply preparing us for examinations. You were preparing us for life. You taught us that success does not come from talent alone. It comes from commitment, consistency, and the willingness to continue even when things become difficult. To all our teachers, thank you for your patience. Thank you for correcting us when we were wrong. Thank you for challenging us when we wanted to settle for less. Thank you for believing in us, even during the moments when we struggled to believe in ourselves. We may eventually forget some of the lessons written on the board, but we will never forget the teachers who made us believe that we were capable of achieving more. To our parents and families, this moment belongs to you too. You were there before anyone knew our names. You witnessed our first successes and our greatest frustrations. You saw the late nights, the early mornings, the stress, the tears, and the moments when we wanted to give up. You made sacrifices that many of us may never fully understand. Sometimes, your support came through simple words. Kaya mo na, ayaw undang, eskwela jud. Simple words perhaps, but they carried tremendous strength. To our parents and families, thank you for believing in us. Every certificate we receive today carries a part of your sacrifice. Every achievement we celebrate today carries your love. And every dream we pursue tomorrow will be partly inspired by everything you have done for us. We may be the ones standing on the stage, but you helped build the road that brought us here. And to my fellow graduates, this is where the story becomes truly special. Because we did not walk this journey alone. We walked it together, we shared classrooms, we shared laughter, we shared nervous before examinations, we shared presentations where nobody wanted to be the first speaker. We shared group projects where someone always asked, "Ano ba ko deadlines, responsibilities, celebrations, disappointments, and unforgettable memories. There were probably moments when we did not realize that ordinary days were becoming memories. An ordinary lunch, a random conversation, a joke during class, a group activity, a teacher's funny remark, a simple moment with friends. At the time, we thought those moments would always be there. But today, we realize that some of the most meaningful memories are created during the ordinary days we once took for granted. Someday, we may not remember every assignment we submitted. We may not remember every score we received. We may not remember every lesson we discussed in class. But I believe we will remember the people. We will remember the laughter. We will remember the friendships. We will remember the moments when we helped one another. And most importantly, we will remember how far we have come. My fellow graduates, our journey was not perfect. There were times when we failed. There were times when we received grades that disappointed us. There were times when we felt left behind. There were times when someone else seemed to be succeeding while we were struggling. And sometimes we compared ourselves to others. We ask ourselves, I am good enough? Am I doing enough? Why am I not as successful as them? But here is something I learned during this journey. Your journey does not become less valuable simply because someone else's journey looks different. We all have different timelines, different strengths, different struggles, different dreams, and different definitions of success. Today, some of us may receive awards, others may not. Some may have achieved everything they planned. Others may still be figuring things out. But please remember this. Your worth is not measured by the number of medals around your neck. Your worth is not determined by one examination. Your worth is not defined by one failure. Your worth is not determined by how quickly you reach your dreams. What matters is that you continue growing, that you continue learning, that you continue becoming the person you want to be. Being a valedictorian has taught me something I had never expected. People sometimes see the award first. They say the certificate. They see the title. They see the recognition. But they do not always see the journey behind it. They do not see the moments of doubt. They do not see the times you retired. They do not see the mistakes. They do not see the times you had to choose between giving up and trying one more time. And that is true for every person sitting here today. Every graduate has a story that nobody else completely knows. So, if there is one thing I want everyone to remember from my speech, it is this. Be proud of your journey, not just the destination. Be proud of the days when you continued even though you were tired. Be proud of the moments when you failed and tried again. Be proud of the times you helped someone else. Be proud of the person you were when you started. And be proud of the person you have become. Because growth is not always visible through awards. Sometimes growth looks like becoming more patient. Sometimes it looks like learning how to forgive. Sometimes it means becoming responsible. Sometimes it means discovering what truly matters to you. And sometimes growth simply means saying, I am not where I want to be yet, but I am still moving forward. My fellow graduates, today is an ending, but more importantly, it is a beginning. After today, our path will begin to change. Some of us will continue studying, some will enter a new school, some will pursue a profession, some will discover new passions, some will move to different places, and some friendships may become harder to maintain because life will become busier. But wherever life takes us, I hope we remember where we came from. Remember the classrooms that shape us. Remember the teachers who guided us. Remember the families who supported us. Remember the friends who stood beside us. And remember this moment. Because one day, when life becomes difficult, I hope we can look back and say, if I if I made it through that chapter, I can make it through this one too. There will be challenges waiting for us beyond this school. There will be rejection, there will be failure, there will be uncertainty, there will be moments when our plans do not work. There may even be moments when we question whether we are on the right path. When that happens, do not be afraid to start again. Starting again does not mean you failed. Sometimes, starting again means you were brave enough to choose a better direction. Do not be afraid of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Sometimes, failure is part of the road towards success. Do not be afraid of not having everything figured out. We are young. We are still learning. We are still discovering who we are and what we are capable of becoming. We do not need to have our entire future planned today. We only need the courage to take the next step. And when we finally achieve our dreams, I hope we never forget to bring other people with us. Because success becomes more meaningful when it is shared. If you become a successful professional, use your knowledge to help others. If you become a leader, lead with compassion. If you become wealthy, remember those who need opportunities. If you become powerful, use your position responsibly. And if you become successful, because before your friends do not look down on them. Instead, reach back and help them rise. Because the greatest achievement is not simply reaching the top, it is helping others believe that they can reach it too. My fellow graduates, I want us to dream. Dream boldly, dream beyond what people expect from us, dream beyond our fears, dream beyond our current circumstances. But while dreaming about the future, let us also remember to appreciate the present because life moves quickly. The students sitting beside you today may someday become a doctor, teacher, engineer, entrepreneur, artist, lawyer, scientist, public servant, or leader. The teacher standing before you today may someday hear about the incredible things you have accomplished. And the people sitting beside you today may someday become the people you tell your children about when you remember the best years of your life. So let us not rush through this moment. Let us appreciate it. Today, we celebrate. We celebrate the nights we studied, the projects we completed, the problems we overcame, the friendships we built, the lessons we learned, and the person each of us has become. To my fellow graduates, I am proud of you. Not because you are perfect, not because you never failed, not because you always knew what you were doing. I am proud of you because you kept going. And sometimes that is the greatest victory of all. Before I end, allow me to leave you with three things. First, never stop learning. Graduation does not mean our education is finished. The world will continue to teach us. People will teach us. Experiences will teach us. Our failures will teach us. Stay curious. Stay humble. Always be willing to learn something new. Second, never lose your kindness. In a world that often celebrates achievement, remember that character matters. Be the person who helps. Be the person who listens. Be the person who gives encouragement. Be the person who chooses kindness even when nobody is watching. And third, never give up on yourself. There may be moments when others doubt you. There may be moments when circumstances make your dreams seem impossible. There may even be moments when you doubt yourself. But remember the person who stood here today. Remember everything you have already overcome. You have come this far, and you are capable of going farther. Fellow graduates, today we close one chapter, but the pages ahead are still blank. And that is not something to fear. It is something to celebrate because we have the opportunity to write what comes next. Let us write stories of courage, stories of growth, stories of service, stories of perseverance, stories that our youngest selves would be proud to read. Someday, we will look back at this day. We will remember the stage, the applause, the photographs, the smiles, the tears, and perhaps we will realize that graduation was never really about saying goodbye to our past. It is about carrying the lessons of our past into the future. So, as we step forward, let us carry our teachers' wisdom, our parents' sacrifices, our friends' support, our experiences, our failures, our victories, and most importantly, our hope. Because the future may be uncertain, but that uncertainty also means there are countless possibilities waiting for us. We may not know exactly where life will take us, but wherever we go, let us go with courage. Let us go with purpose. Let us go with gratitude. And let us go believing that we have something meaningful to contribute to the world. To my fellow graduates, may we never forget where we started. May we never stop believing in where we can go. And may we always remember the people who helped us get there. Congratulations to every graduate. Congratulations to every parent and family. Congratulations to every teacher who guided us. And congratulations to all of us who made it to this moment. This is not the end of our story. It is only the beginning of the next chapter. So let us turn the page and begin. Thank you and congratulations. May we all have the courage to chase our dreams and the humility to help others along the way. Good morning, everyone, and once again, congratulations, class of 2026-2027. We made it. Let's kayo.